Yay Networks.
Parenting is such a breeze, oh, but it would bring you to your knees if it weren't for Chatty Daddy. Oh, yeah, the Chatty Daddy.
Woo! Welcome! We're back. We took a break from the Chatty Daddies, and now we're ready to chat again.
Do you think anybody even realized that nothing got posted last week? People,
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
People hit you up?
You know, when people become Chatty Daddies and Chatty Mommies, they wait for that Saturday,
Yeah.
and they know. But, you know, as we all know, parents need to take a break from their kids from time to time.
And sometimes you go on a crazy vacation with the kids. I know I took a little road trip down to South Texas. Did you go anywhere?
I did not. I stayed here.
A little staycation?
I did not even a staycation. We just stayed and I rested.
Very nice.
As much as I could. I celebrated my 12th wedding anniversary with Kinsey. Yeah.
And Nick Adams.
Yeah.
The first, second, I don't know what number we're numbering stuff in. I feel bad going, the third father, but just in the...
That's just the way that we went counterclockwise in the room.
I mean, if we're going to go with numbers, I think Nick is number 2 because he had kids second out of all of us.
Okay. That would, I suppose if you're doing it in birth order.
And you're Trey, so might as well be 3. So
okay. That makes a whole lot of sense.
We're a little thrown off today. Trey and I are on opposite microphones. We switched microphones today.
That's right.
So I'm looking at you from a different angle.
Just, how's this side?
Fine.
Need a nose
Just great.
job?
You can see my dimple.
Oh, it's a good
Unless
dimple.
I only have one dimple.
Your dimple's on the right? I don't have a dimple.
Yeah.
I don't think.
We are 3 dads just chatting about being parents and trying to navigate our way through it. And I think that this week was a pretty big week for all of us when we had some time off because it was Quade's first vacation and Nick went to the biggest, best vacation you can go on as a kid.
We went to Disney World.
Well, it sounds like an awesome vacation.
It does.
Unless you're a parent.
I know.
Okay.
And you know, and I feel bad for my family that went. It was me and my family, my group of 4, and then my brother-in-law and his group of 4. They have 2 little kids, and then my in-laws. So there was 10 of us.
Oh, wow.
And I feel really bad because just our vacation schedule that I have, that we all have, we only get certain weeks off during the year. Anyone else with a regular job can just put in a request, hey, I'm not going to be here this week.
Right.
And we're good. So you would probably not go to Disney World during 4th of July when it's 100 degrees, it's miserable, it's packed. Probably. So like, I feel bad that they had to go to Disney World at that time because of me.
And I had to go when I took my family during the other worst time to go, and that would be, of course, spring break.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was tough.
The more I think about it, I just assume there's really never a low moment. There's just always people there. Like Halloween's huge. Christmas is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you talk to your friends that go in what they call the off season, and you tell your friends, I stood in line for 5 hours to go on that new ride, and your friend's like, yeah, I only waited for an hour.
Sure.
Yeah. And sadly, Disney doesn't pay us, but they do everything freaking right. And so Halloween will be great, Christmas will be great, Thanksgiving, Flag Day, great.
It is unbelievable how wonderful that place is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coming home from the flight. We're recording this today, the day after I got back. So I'm on the flight, and I'm just like, am I going to be a Disney adult?
Yeah.
I drank the Kool-Aid. Like, I love it.
Like, it went perfect. How old are the cousins, by the way?
Okay, so my kids are 5.5 and 3.5. The cousins are about 6.5 and 4.5. So they're all a year apart from each other.
Okay, that's
so they're
kinda
all
good.
the same ages. They all get along. And we got an Airbnb, so we didn't stay on Disney property, which I think was better.
That's the move.
We had our own kitchen, so we ate breakfast whenever we wanted. We didn't have to get ready, go somewhere to eat breakfast.
10
we ate
people
dinner
under
there.
one roof.
Yeah, 10 people there. We ate breakfast there. We ate dinner there every night, and we had a kitchen that we could make lunches. So we just took our lunches into the park with us.
Genius.
Because the last thing we want to do is wait in another long line to get food.
Now, this feels like a very well thought out, planned out trip.
It-
Who was the
my
person?
wife? 100%. My wife's an accountant. She is type A to the max. Like, she had an Excel spreadsheet of our children, of all the kids' heights and which rides they can go on.
Wow.
I'm telling you, she planned it out. So
She did the fast passes and everything?
yes, we did the fast passes, which are great. And it's very confusing. The way that they have the fast passes set up, everything is on your phone. You make reservations. You can only book at certain times. But my wife figured it out, and the rest of us kind of slowly figured it out. And we were able to do just about everything. There was a handful of rides we didn't do, but mostly because our kids just weren't big enough to ride them. But pretty much everything we did. So it was great. And I got to say, like, nothing really crazy happened.
Yeah.
Like, everything was good. There was a few meltdowns, but that's to be expected when you have 4 kids in 100-degree weather. I get it. But man, like, it went good. Like, I wish I had a great, unbelievable story, but like,
no story means good trip.
It was great. And I hear a lot of times when parents go on vacations, when they get back, they say, I need a vacation from my vacation. I get it now. Like, I'm like, my brain is fried. My wife took the day off work because she just needs to recuperate a little bit.
Right.
Like, our feet hurt, our legs hurt. There was one day I forgot the chafing stick cream.
The powders?
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. So thankfully that I didn't suffer too much.
You manscape and stuff before your Disney
trip?
Did
a little bit. Yeah,
that'll get you.
And then you just put a lot of chafing cream, or not a cream, I had like a little stick that I just rub everywhere.
Sort of gel that
it looked like a stick of deodorant. Just rubbed it everywhere I could.
Nah, that's nice.
That's great.
And like everything really was great. We went to Disney Springs. That's like a little downtown area. Great. We did not see fireworks. That was the only thing.
Oh, really?
Because the one night we did try to go to fireworks, it rained.
Oh. Okay.
So like we got there and it was pouring down rain, so we went back home. So I mean,
sounds like it went pretty well.
We got a minivan. Like, guys, minivans are awesome.
Yeah.
I know this is a parenting podcast. We don't talk about the minivan too often, but this is the first time with 2 kids that I experienced a minivan and really got to use all of its features. Like, I'm in.
Yeah,
like,
they're good.
Like, it's so great how awesome. Like, you're not going fast when you're in there, but I probably shouldn't be anyways.
No, some of those will go fast, though. Some of those minivans are sneaky fast. They got good acceleration.
And I was so worried before the trip. Okay, our flight's going to get delayed. It's going to get canceled. There's going to be an issue. 0 issues with travel. Going there or coming home.
That's
Nothing was like, we didn't sit on the runway for 5 hours like I'm seeing horror stories of people doing right now. It was fine.
My only issue when I went to Disney World, and Nick, I had a similar experience where the kids were fine. Everything was good. The only bad part about our trip was we went on the Tower of Terror.
Okay.
And my wife went in first. And my son, as we were standing in line, got the jitters. And he's like, I don't think I want to ride this. And I was like, no, it's all good, bro. Just trust me. Nobody ever gets off a ride and goes like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. You get off and you're like, that was awesome. So I kept talking him up. When we've all been to the Tower of Terror. You get in, Kenzie gets in, strapped in. Chloe goes in. She also didn't want to ride it, but she stepped in after Kenzie, strapped in. I go in after then, strapped in. I look, Kaysen is still standing. And I go, Kaysen, come on. And he goes, I can't do it. I can't do it. And
the door's closed.
There's people already on the ride. We're basically waiting on Kaysen, and the operator's like, hey, you got to go, or like, we got to get this going. I was like, Kaysen, come on. He goes, I can't do it. And the guy goes, well, if you want, he could stay here, and we'll have him ready for you guys. But I'm like, I don't think that's where the ride ends. Like, Can I trust you guys with my child?
No.
As they're closing the gate.
Oh, no.
And basically, Kaysen had to sit out the ride. And when we landed, he was down there in tears, regretted that he didn't go on. And he was kind of scared because we weren't there. That was the only issue we had with the ride. Yeah. And then the flight back, we got tickets from a cheaper airline. You know, we wanted to save some money.
Yeah.
And that's where I was informed that you don't purchase, you purchase your airline ticket, but that doesn't mean you purchased a seat. And our bus had broken down on the way to the airport. And they wouldn't give us our seat. We had no seats to get back home. It was a Sunday. And yes, we had work the next day.
Oh,
Yikes.
boy.
And I had to talk to this lady and tell her, you don't understand.
Look.
Luckily, some people in Florida are awesome. And they heard my call for help. And they said, hey, you can have our seats, and they gave it up for us.
God bless
Otherwise, I'd be fired. I wouldn't have been here.
Right.
And I got to say, it is the happiest place on earth, Disney. But everyone has the screaming child. Every family.
sure.
Kids were crying. Families were bickering. The only kind of like crazy thing that happened was we were standing in line. It's, I think, almost our very last ride that we rode. We were in Animal Kingdom. It was whatever the Rapids ride is, where you go down in a big giant tube. And we're standing in line, and all of a sudden, the lady directly behind us just starts screaming at her father. So the lady is older, maybe our age.
Yep.
And she has a kid on her hip who's maybe 3 or something like that. Her dad is a larger gentleman in a motorized scooter. So she's like looking down, like leaning down, yelling at her dad. There was some sort of miscommunication. The dad was texting in a different group chat that the lady standing behind us wasn't on. And so they start yelling, and she starts like cursing, like saying every terrible word you can think of.
Did she call him a see you next Tuesday?
No, maybe not every word,
Okay.
but every word that starts with an F and everything. It was just like, oh my gosh. And then her sister was just outside the line. She started like screaming at her sister, like over all these other people.
Yeah.
And then she got her little girl in it. The little girl sitting there hearing her mom yell all these profanities, and she's like, we're getting out of this line, your grandfather's ruining it for you, or something. And the girl's like, okay. And there was some argument about a family picture. I don't know, but that was the only thing that was a little crazy. They got out of line soon after, but it was a wild 4 minutes.
Isn't it the best when it's not you?
Yeah. And all of our kids, there's 4 of our kids standing in lines just like, they had never heard anyone scream like that to someone else.
Yeah.
Like, we yell at them, but it's not like that where it's like actual furious anger.
At one point, did you want to be hey, we have children right here?
Someone else did say that.
Somebody did?
Yeah, but
because they'll snap at you if you do that.
I didn't want to, like, I kind of felt like I kind of want my kids to see this, like they don't have it too bad.
Your family's not that bad, guys.
Yeah, let someone else scare them into listening to their parents and
Yeah.
stuff like that, I guess. But overall, like, it was great. Like,
I'm
there were
glad.
0 issues, really. It was awesome. I would love to go back to Disney again.
So tips from Nick on his from this trip. Definitely get the Airbnb. You'll get your own
we loved
kitchen and
it.
stuff. Get a minivan. Rent that bad boy. It's a lot easier to travel in.
Oh, and we had that double stroller. We traveled with a stroller and car seats, which was kind of a beatdown because I had to mess with all that at the airport.
Of course.
But
Same.
man, double stroller,
Easy.
I can plow through a crowd
Right.
at Disney. All these people are going so slow.
Yeah.
Walking, just taking their time walking. No, get out of my way. I got to get to the other side of the park. Avatar's over there.
Get Ellie some steel-toe boots, and she can do some
Yes,
fitness
I
and go
mean
through.
I can plow a crowd, and I'm a very fast walker. And so like I turn around and our whole group is
Way behind.
4 minutes behind us, and
You got
I'm
little
just
kid legs.
plowing through, weaving in and out of people.
And travel tips from me, JC. Definitely make sure you bought a seat on the plane so you don't run into that coming home. Also, hotels are cool, but I would also go with Nick and rent a car because riding the bus, you're at the mercy of that bus
Yeah.
and the people
yeah.
joining and getting in on that bus. And if it breaks down, you get stuck like we did.
Totally.
And look, one of the things that I really look forward to now that I'm back is that we can kind of get our diet back in check a little bit.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
We can absolutely break in to the Green Chef meals that we got in while we were away.
You can get a little bit more healthy while saving some bucks.
Yes.
So Green Chef now offers more variety and flexibility than ever before with double the choices. You can now choose from 24 weekly recipes with options to mix and match from different meals, different preferences. Whatever you like, Green Chef will send it to your front door.
And here's the thing. If you're like my house, maybe you guys all eat differently in your house. Now you can order meals to suit every lifestyle. They got vegan, vegetarian, keto, paleo, Mediterranean, fast and fit. They also have gluten-free, all in one box.
Y'all, don't get me started on the lemon pepper pork chops that I had.
I know.
Oh my god.
That's one of those where you save the recipe because
I
you're going
have
to make
to.
that later again.
Oh my gosh, it is so good.
But all the ingredients come with it. The instructions are super easy to follow, and it's a nice little thing for the family to do together.
Just make my life easier. Just make it somehow.
Oh my gosh, so
There's
much easier.
So many things that are going on in your life. Make cooking and mealtime a little easier with Green Chef.
Go to greenchef.com/daddies135 and use code daddies135 to get $135 off across 5 boxes, plus free shipping on your first box.
So I did kind of the same thing.
I need to repeat that.
Oh.
Once again, greenchef.com/daddies135. Use code daddies135 to get $135 off across 5 boxes. Do it. You're not going to regret it.
So we did kind of the same thing as you did, Nick. We got like a whole family vacation going down to a place called Crystal Beach. It's right next to Galveston, Texas. And we had a giant beach house, like 200 yards from the beach. It was absolutely perfect. Slept like 10 people. We only brought 8, so there was a ton of room.
Awesome.
Quaid was able to run down to the beach. He was a little tentative at first to get into the water, but once he saw mom and dad playing around, splashing a little bit, he loved it.
Who all went?
Okay, so it was Kara, me, Quaid, Kara's mother, Terry, Kara's stepfather, Mark, Kara's sister, Tori, and Kara's stepsister, Madison, and her boyfriend, Bert. And so it was a good mix of people, but Quaid was the only little kid, which left it to be, parents not vacationing, parents watching their kid in another city.
But you got grandma and grandpa there, so that's good.
Yeah, but they want to enjoy their time off too, and they're working really hard getting stuff set up at the beach or cooking for everybody. So we didn't have somebody just like throw off, which is great. It's fine. I want to experience stuff with Quaid too. It's just a matter of keeping up with Quaid, who's got so much energy.
It's unbelievable. It doesn't stop. Just when you think they should be tired right now, they're not.
And they found, because they're in a new city or something, that just have that extra jolt to energy. And so I'm just trying to chase Quaid around everywhere, but it's always happy chasing. He's just, I want to do this, I want to do that. And he went down to the beach with us, got really excited, and 45 minutes later, he's like, I'm done with this, which makes sense. That's plenty of time. He's just not in the beach vacation mode. I'm just laying on the beach, maybe playing cornhole, whatever. So I didn't get a whole lot of beach time. But I got enough for a very pale man like me.
Sure.
And I have decided I don't need to look cool. I am married. I have a kid. I am going to lean into being a father as much as possible. I'm going to have zinc on the nose, too much sunscreen. I don't need to be the drunk guy at the... Maybe I'll have a beer at the beach, but I'm going to put on aqua shoes. I'm going to make sure that I have a rash guard to keep me from getting sunburn. There is no need for me to be waking up miserable. It's along the same lines as the drinking of it. I was like, I don't need to drink that much because I don't want a parent hungover. I don't want hungover I don't want sunburn. I don't want my feet to hurt. I'm just going to take all the conveniences and be a complete nerd.
Get a giant wide-billed hat that like flows out like a giant, huge...
Big old dad hat.
Bucket hat to the extreme. Huge hat.
I love that idea.
Speaking of, you mentioned cornhole. I do want to say this because I feel like as a man, this is a big deal.
Yeah?
We went to a 4th of July celebration.
Yeah.
Showed up. They had a cornhole tournament. I looked at my buddy, Tony. We competed 2 years ago. We won, but then it was stripped from us, and we were given second place. It was a whole thing.
Oh, my.
And he said, do you want to join again? We're playing against people that practice, guys. Tony and I hang out twice a year. Your boy and his boy became cornhole champions of the 4th of July celebration.
Nice.
I beat an NFL player. I didn't play him, actually, but he was in it.
Wow.
He had gotten eliminated by someone.
Somebody eliminated him.
What was your team name?
We didn't have a team name.
Okay.
It was just Tony and Jose.
Congratulations.
But the other guys had names and stuff.
So the crazy things that happened on my trip that I'll go through as quick as possible didn't happen to me exactly. I just observed them.
Okay.
So, the bystander.
I love that.
That's nice.
Yeah, like Nick's inline thing.
The Crystal Beach is on Bolivar Peninsula, and it's basically a very, very long island with one little tiny piece of land attaching it to make it a peninsula. There's one restaurant that we go to, and it's right next to the water. It is on the Gulf of Mexico. It is surrounded on 3 sides by water. It's its own little peninsula itself. And so I'm really nervous about, I'm like, Quaid just running around playing outside like all kids are doing. So I'm just trying to keep myself between Quaid and the water, no matter what. And so, because it's a huge fear of mine. Anyway, we're leaving the restaurant. Quaid and I had already gone home. My family was leaving the restaurant. And they hear somebody running past them going, her daughter fell in! Her daughter fell in! Then sirens start up.
What?
Police are running, and it's 8:30 at night. So just sun
Dark.
is going down.
Yeah,
like,
your daylights to try and find this kid.
It's just, it's like orange and pink. And it was like, oh my gosh, like that kid. And so like they kind of stood back and like tried to eavesdrop and find out what actually happened. Didn't really get an answer. The next day we find out that the little girl had a life jacket on when she fell in.
Good.
Thank God. And then a guy came up with a jet ski that was already in the water, and he goes, "Hey, she's got a life jacket on. She's okay. She's probably scared. I'm going to go find her."
Do we know how old the girl is at this point?
7 or 8 was
Okay.
the guess.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
I don't know for sure. An hour goes by. And the guy comes back with the little girl who's been sitting in the Gulf of Mexico for an hour.
Do you know like how far out she
I
drifted
didn't-
or
I-
anything?
I
But I mean,
didn't find
hey,
that out,
if
but-
it's dark and you
You're in
can't see her,
3
it's
foot of water. I don't know
That-
which one.
Is scary.
Thank God. I wouldn't have told the story if it was a bad ending.
I am glad
It
she
makes
was
me
wearing
wanna
a
cry.
life
Oh my
jacket.
gosh.
A life
Terrifying.
vest.
And then, so story number 2 about
Okay.
children. On the 4th of July, everybody wants to go out to the beach, watch all the beautiful fireworks. Great. So there was a little kid, a 1.5-year-old, walking the streets of Crystal Beach. Like, I'm assuming toddling, like not really even walking. He had made his way out of the crib all the way down to the beach front, and the cops found him. And so they were going through everybody with a bullhorn, going, is anyone missing a child? Is anyone missing a child? Because the baby can't explain
Yeah.
anything. Eventually, somebody comes up to him and was like, hey, that might be our kid, and it was their kid. Oh my gosh, we thought grandmother was watching her at home, and or grandma was watching the baby at home, and I don't know what happened. So they're like, cops are like, okay, well then we're gonna need to go talk to grandma because
Yeah.
we need to figure this thing out and make sure it doesn't happen. Is it a safety issue? What something happened with the house? Do we need to whatever? And so they go. No grandma. They had just left their little 1.5-year-old sitting in the crib. They were like, okay, he's asleep. It's fine. We'll go down to the beach. And they're just getting drunk and partying. Anyway, they arrested one of the kids or one of the parents. And they think they took the mom and left the dad because there was another little kid that they had taken down to the beach.
That's like those people that left their kid in the hotel room at my vacation when I talked
absolutely.
about that. Have I told you about the one time I saw a little roaming the streets?
No.
When I was a senior in high school. I was going on my way to football practice, and so I get in my car. I pull out of my neighborhood, which isn't a huge, busy street. I make a left, and as I'm driving about half a mile, I see this little toddler, like 2 years old, walking, diaper on, shirt, and like a little blankie. And I'm looking around for a parent or an adult or an older brother or sister. There is no human to be found. And
Is he like on a sidewalk?
he's on the
Parking
sidewalk.
lot?
He's on the
Okay.
sidewalk of a very busy street. And I was going to practice, so it was early in the morning. I would say 7 in the morning. I don't know what time we had practice, but it was early.
Yeah.
And so I remember thinking to myself, I got to get to practice. But also there's a child right there. And I'm 16 years old, you know. I'm like, I'm not really thinking of, I'm thinking about myself more, but I don't know what it was, but I passed him and I looked in my mirror and I saw him just like walking around and I just stopped and I let him walk up next to my car. And I remember this is the creepy part because it
Sure.
could have been somebody bad,
Yeah,
but I opened up my car and I tried to talk to the kid and the kid didn't really speak because he was so young.
Yeah.
And so I got out of the car and I said, you want to come with me? And he came right to me and I picked him up and I put him in the back seat of my car. Again, I'm looking around like, am I about to get yelled at by some mom or like some angry dad? Nobody. So he's in my back seat, not crying, pretty good mood. Didn't look like he was disheveled or hurt or in any way. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, do I take him to football practice with me or? I didn't have cell phones back then.
What do you do?
So I didn't have a way to call my mom. I didn't want to go back home. So I decided I'm just going to drive to the police station, which was about 2.5 miles away from this place, which would make me late for football practice.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You're gonna have to run bleachers or something.
Right.
Cut.
So I went to the police station. I pulled up and I grabbed this kid and I just walk up with the kid. Like I didn't know how to hold him or anything. I just hold him out. He had pooped himself too, so it smelled. And I walked into the police station. I said, I found this baby walking on the street. And they said, where? I told them where. And they said, well, thank you. And I said, that's it? Like, that's it? I just give you the
my
kid
phone
and
number
like
or
nothing?
what?
Like, yeah, nothing. They didn't take any information. They said, well, we'll take your name if you want, but we'll find the parents. And I'm like, okay. So I left them my name, went to practice. Definitely got in trouble for being late.
Yeah.
Coach did not believe my I found a child.
No, there's a baby.
Did not believe my I found a baby story.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting home that day, and I called the police station because they didn't call me.
Yeah.
And they said that the mom was just asleep upstairs, and the kid had figured out how to open their screen door that normally had a lock and had gotten out, and she was looking for him. And so they were able to reunite the kid with the mom.
That's a scary situation.
Main road, dude. That could have been bad right there.
You know what? Your football coach still says that Jose tried to make up an excuse.
Yeah.
Someone once told me they found a baby on the side of the road. I don't believe any of your excuses.
Yeah, he uses you as an example.
Still
in
doesn't
practice,
believe
for
you.
sure.
My mom will back me up. She knows. She was there when I called the police department.
Trey, that's a wild trip to Galveston.
Yeah.
Or Crystal Beach.
And I mean, and luckily it didn't have anything to do with me. For the most part, it's
luckily.
just chasing a little kid around, and that was fun. But then I was like, oh my gosh, there's like stuff going on, and I got it changed the way, not changed the way, but having the kid made me like something pulled at my heart when I heard that little girl fell in the water. I was like, oh my God,
you're a
what would
parent.
you do?
Well, glad your trip had a happy story, and I got a happy song for Dad Bop of the Week,
All right.
everybody. So my kids and I, like a lot of people, watched Stranger Things over the break.
I am like halfway through the final episode.
I'm not going to tell you anything, but I will say this. My kids and I bonded over this thing. And you know what has come out of this is that my kids now have an affinity for 80s music.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of good music in this season.
And it's not this isn't a song that's in Stranger Things per se, but it's a song that because they've been requesting just 80s music, just put it on the 80s station. This song hit.
Okay.
And when it hit, my kids said, I want more of that. Whatever that is, I'll take some of that.
Okay.
And that song that we are going to put in our Dad Bop of the Week list on Spotify is
I know.
Is that me? Was I singing?
the Volkswagen commercial.
Yeah, the old Volkswagen commercial. Gosh,
Trey,
I love
can
it.
you name the band?
Only because I was the one that recorded
Oh, you put it in there?
See what you did.
Aha.
And just it starts happy. Just the beginning of the song is very upbeat and
It does sound
Great.
like it's got like a kid vibe to it.
Yeah.
Although I would like to know, what does "Take on Me" mean?
Maybe like take me on, like take
Take
me
on.
out.
yeah, like take me on like as your man.
like take me on as your lover.
Like,
I'll
'cause
be
if I was
gone.
in a relationship, I was like,
relationship.
"What? You want to take me on?" That would be a fight.
But in
In
a
a-
romantic way.
Because he
Oh,
says,
I
and I'll
think.
be gone
One of
in a
those
day or
sexual fights.
two. Yeah, I don't know. I got to look at the meaning, and the video is kind of weird because it's like cartoony, but then real live.
Unbelievable
One of the
video
best-
for the time of when that song was made, and they made that
cool.
music video. Absolutely
One
incredible.
of the best ever.
Yeah,
right
for
there.
sure. Love the song.
Thank you.
Love the Dad Bob. It will be posted up at the Spotify playlist for Chatty Daddies.
Mm-hmm.
And, the easy thing to do, just get the link in the description below.
That's right.
And that's where you can find all the ways to talk to us. You can get us on the phone. You can call us. You can message us. Hit us up on Instagram. Whatever. And we will be back again next week for a little more Dad Talk. I'm Trey.
I'm Nick.
I'm JC.
And remember,
Stand up straight.
There you go, Trey.
Oh, yeah.